here is creepy sex pest Chaya Raichik of Libs of TikTok.
I don't really know much about DC Drano. He's sort of beneath our level of.
Was Cernovich there too?
I think Cernovich is sort of in the proximity.
Cernovich and Jack Posobiec were there.
And they're the ones who got all the new Epstein information, except, here, go ahead, let's play this. Look at how overjoyed they are. They've gone to the White House. They have the
take this very seriously, the sex trafficking.
Look at, here's the binder. We have it.
Oh my God.
We have
she has no
broken the
idea
story.
what she's even supposed to be protecting. At least DC Drano has a straight look on his face. Chaya Raichik just looks like a pig in shit.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, oh, I have all the incriminating documents. Look at
rape victims. That's
fun. Yeah, not to moralize about it, but like, why are you guys posing like you're at prom or something? I think I saw someone tweet that.
Because it's a big joke.
It's a big joke. Actually, and then it turns out the joke's on them. All of this stuff had been released before, except for it had been released in a way without it being redacted.
Yeah.
So all of this stuff was redacted. There was nothing
by Gawker,
really.
Actually, ironically enough.
Complete phase one.
House
the
Judiciary
Epstein
GOP, if you can find that, I don't know if we have it, but the House Judiciary GOP run by Jim Jordan, who is proximal to sexual abusers from his days at Ohio State.
He covered up for him.
He posted a Rickroll. He said, here's the Epstein files. And it was a link to Rick Ashley's Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down. That's how
10-year-old meme.
This is they're actual victims here, actually. And it's not, it's a political scandal, but there are also a huge number of people whose lives have been ruined by very powerful people, and they are making a joke out of it.
Well, I'm guaranteeing you, I'm telling you right now, you know who told Jim Jordan to tweet the Rickroll?
Elon.
Of course he did. We know that he can't keep current on memes, and all of his memes are 10 years old, like Doge or whatever. This is what, breaking Epstein files release. And then it's a link to, that's a tiny URL, and then it links to the song Rickroll, which, I mean, I feel like this was a joke when I was in high school or college. But I mean, it's just frustrating to see like the Trump administration try to throw this out there for folks, because they benefit from keeping their base in this constant state of conspiracism, because it's a distraction from what they're actually doing materially to people's lives. And it's the same thing with like Nancy Mace taking up the UFO panel. If this is the kind of thing that you can dangle out there for folks, then you don't really have to look at power as it is. And if you got it, like Glenn Beck was like, I'm so mad, Trump has been captured, or Trump's being subverted. Does he know what's happening? Yeah. There's nothing new in these files. You are a rube. I mean, I know Glenn Beck knows better, but anyone that takes that seriously is a rube, because Donald Trump photographed with Epstein. When Ghislaine Maxwell went to jail, he said, I wish her well. Epstein's on tape saying
there's a lot of fake stuff out there, though.
Who was
Epstein's
president?
on tape saying they were best friends. And
who was president when Epstein was killed?
Right. Who was president when Epstein was killed? Acosta, labor secretary. Pam Bondi, the other Florida attorney general who did nothing about Epstein. Bill Barr.
Whose dad, I believe, hired Epstein to work at Dalton as like a gym teacher or something in the 70s.
And then let's not say anything about Elon Musk.
AI, fake news.
Elon Musk being photographed with Ghislaine Maxwell. Elon Musk's brother
Kimball
being set up by Epstein in a romantic relationship. The
normal thing.
The flight logs, the files, it's all a way to distract you from what needs to be uncovered, which are the tapes that were at Epstein's home, which have all the incriminating evidence on it, not just the flight logs, which doesn't really tell us fully exactly what happened. And so a lot of that's probably been destroyed. You know why? Because your daddy Trump is in bed with the deep state. He has a personal incentive not to have this information released because of his relationship with Epstein. And by the way, look up his comments about his own daughter, and you could probably have a sense of like how he feels about age of consent. And then, I mean,
they'll let you do anything.
They'll let you do anything. But it's also...
She's hot, though.
Epstein was likely a U.S. or an Israeli intelligence asset. Ghislaine Maxwell's father was very high up in Mossad. We know the comments that Matt just alluded to, what Acosta said about U.S. intelligence, U.S. and Israeli intelligence work hand in hand. The former prime minister of Israel was on his plane. Bill Clinton's on his plane. He has incriminating...
Yeah, a painting of Bill Clinton in a blue dress.
Yeah, he has incriminating evidence on some of the most powerful people in the world. And that includes, more than likely, Donald Trump. So none of this is coming out, you idiots. You back the wrong horse if you actually care about this kind of thing.
Yeah, this is a Boltzmann Moody. Surely the AG who immediately started a GOJ task force, actually, that's a different thing. The Epstein client list, what we know, this is from Sean McCarthy, or existed are the CDs the FBI seized from his safe that are labeled with things like brackets redacted name plus young quote brackets redacted name. I remember when that was reported, it's like, wow, that was, I wonder what's on those CDs, because that seems fairly suggestive. That's not what
fake
was
stuff.
in those.
Probably
that's
fake
not
stuff. Probably stuff that's not
look,
real.
It's nuanced. We don't want a lot of people.
They put a lot of fake things.
And the other thing that we should note is, because people, right, it's Oscar season, people are talking about The Apprentice. Everyone should see that movie. It's one of the best of the year. And they emphasize Roy Cohn and how he would have crazy sex parties and would film politicians at his home when and had like basically records of this kind of thing. You think Donald Trump didn't learn that? You think that he didn't doesn't understand what Epstein, the value that Epstein provided as a blackmail operation? This is his political genesis, is having Roy Cohn and his, extreme far right, like mafia style politics. Trump is that, he's that fully realized, basically. So, Trump values blackmail so much that he made Pete Hegseth defense secretary, who has so much blackmail material on him, and Trump feels like he can control him. That's really what it is.
Pete's his own guy.
And the misogyny was nice for him too. To
what I got.
Yeah.
I got a bottle over here. Wonder what's in it.
I'm just pissed about this Epstein story.
Friday afternoon, time for your little drinky poo.
Well, because it's another thing that the Democrats were also too corrupt to do anything about. I remember Nancy Pelosi's daughter tweeting out, "Some of our faves might be implicated in this. We have to follow it where it goes." And, he was killed, so we never got to hear what she meant by that. It'd be interesting to hear if the journalist followed up, though.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.